To create the thumb, all we really need to do is duplicate one of these fingers. So I think what I'll do is in face mode, alt-click between two of the faces and then press Control plus on the numpad to expand that selection. And let's extend it about to there. I've gone down to just before that middle knuckle there. So with those selected, let's press Shift D and enter. And then we can just move this aside over here, and here we go. So here's our thumb. We'll move this over, and let's turn it in the Z-axis, RZ, and I'll just spin it this way. And maybe we could bring back the top view of the hand here. And I'd like to also spin it this way. If I come over here and look directly at the tip of the finger, I'll hit R and just spin it this way, just a little bit like that. There we go. And if we go to the front view, maybe we can bring this down like that. And maybe we should turn it a bit. Let's do that. Let's bring that down like this. There we go. All right, so now that we've got it generally in place, the next step is to connect it up. The problem that we have here is that we have these four faces that we could use, or actually we could come down here for these four faces. But the problem is those four faces will only give us 8 sides. And we created the cylinder here for the fingers. Alt-click that edge, and that's 6 sides, or 6 edges. So we've got a difference here of 2. One way to solve that would be to just add an extra edge to here, to the thumb. We could maybe take this edge right here, and if we beveled that, pressing Control B and pulling out like this, you can see we can turn that one edge into 2. And maybe I'll just pull this out about like that. Right? So we've just got that extra edge. Now we could come through and add more segments here like that, but that's not what we want. We just want that one extra edge here so that we can connect it up to the hand. Okay, so let's now take these faces here and delete them with the X key and delete faces. And now if we select this edge, Alt-click this and Alt-Shift-click this edge, now let's press Control E and bridge edge loops. There we go. All right. We've connected it, but it's a little ugly, isn't it? So what let's do is let's add an edge with Control R right here. Let's add an edge. And then we'll begin working with this to try and pull some points and get it looking a little bit better. So if I go to vertex mode, I think I'll just begin selecting some of these points and pulling them out, pulling them around. Like this point here could kind of move up. Once again, the farther the points away, the smoother the curve is. So we could grab these and begin moving these around. So it's just a matter, once again, tumbling around, seeing what you can find, readjusting, and getting it in the shape that you need. Now, I may need to add one more edge here. If I press Control R, let's see how this works right in here. That's not too bad, actually. That works pretty well. All right, so once again, I'm just going to begin going through and pulling and rearranging some of these points. We could use some of these to get kind of a palm curve right in here. Let me turn off the top, and I'll turn off the front as well. So now let's begin grabbing a few of these and just moving them around, seeing what we can get. I'll pull this area down right here as well, like this. And then I think we just need to kind of tumble around and see what we think. It could be that this thumb is just a little bit too big now. So I may take it and push it in a bit. Alt-click here. And let's then begin pushing this in some, like this. Extend the selection one more time and push in a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. All right, so there we have the hand. it looks like there's just a little piece or a little part that's a little too flat, at least for my taste here. I think I'll zoom in with the period key and just pull this area out just a bit like this. So as I said, keep pulling, keep moving, keep tumbling around, looking for anything you think you might need to fix or readjust. There will always be things that you can readjust. All right, so there we go. There we've got our hands on our character. The next task will be to create the feet. And just like we did with duplicating a finger and creating the thumb, we can also duplicate a finger and come down here and use that to begin the toes. Now we're going to have to extrude this down and curve it around for the heel and the arch of the foot, but we can use the fingers up here to duplicate to begin our toes. So in the next video, we'll begin working on that.